Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 4th of October. My name is Gary Peer.
I'm Adam Josky.
And welcome, Adam, to the show. Good to have you here this post-grand final Tuesday.
What a weekend, huh?
What a weekend. There you go, eh?
Did you tip the winner?
Of course I tipped the winner, Adam. What a game, what a game, what a game. Always good to have the grand final weekend. It's a great time in Melbourne, and whether you like what's happened or don't like what's happened with the Friday off, it's kind of given it a bit of a sense of, carnival and holiday and atmosphere. So it's all good, Adam, all good.
I certainly think that public holiday Friday does change the whole weekend.
It changes the vibe.
Really have that, like you say, that carnival feeling, and I think people get out, some people go away. And
it's, well, they do, and it's ripped out the complete, ripped out the fabric of the auction weekend, because we used to maybe have one early in the morning, but now we just, forget about it. So no auctions to review, no percentages, no towers, but lots to talk about, Mr. A. Josky.
And I will say, I'll just interrupt you there, because we didn't have any auctions, but we had an amazing week of private sales. So a few prior to auction.
You're right.
So there's still activity. Even when there's no auctions, we actually still work and we still get things going on. So,
but can you hear the wind, Adam? Can you hear the wind? No comment. No comment. The wind is coming because that is the calm before the storm of central, frenzied spring selling, because it's upon us.
I thought that was just your stomach running.
No, it's not my stomach running down. Don't be like that, Adam. If you're going to be crude like that, we'll have to get Philip back on the show. But of course, you are his substitute today. It's good to be next to you. I'm used to looking like that. Now I'm looking like that. But it's good to have you here, because Philip, of course, on another one of his long holidays to New York. Does he ever do any work at some point? So, in every business, there's a partnership. There's working partners and there's holidaying partners. And now the record shows it's clear who is what. Adam, the block. We had the interview last week. Did you enjoy watching it with the girls?
It was good fun.
It was good fun. Good to have Mr. Jeremy Rosens on screen with me there talking to the girls. And actually, when it comes to the block, you've had some experience, haven't you? Because you were there in South Yarra.
We were in Darling Street. We misrepresented. We misrepresented. We
misrepresented the property. Yeah, that was great fun. Yeah.
No, we didn't do that. But we represented Jess and Aidan, who were a lot of fun to deal with. So that was not last season, but the season before.
Now let's recap that. We've got some footage as well. But let's just recap that, because they weren't the winners of the block, so they had to go home with a tail between their legs. But they also went home with how much profit?
Just $663,000, I think it was. They were very disappointed.
So they were $660,000 losers. So that's not a bad supplementary, is it? It's more than supplementary in Tats Lotto. But for those that want to just understand, the block does give you all of the profit over and above the reserve.
Yep.
And for those that gets the most amount of profit, extra $100,000. So I think by the time that they had even sobered up, they'd long forgotten about the $100,000. So they'd certainly made a lot of money. But
and let me tell you, I was there on site often, and irrespective of the money, I know they had a ball.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those experiences that you do in your life. And
absolutely. You're talking about them or you now?
Oh, both of us, really.
Yeah,
so
good stuff.
Collective effort, although I think they got all the credit and we didn't get it.
Probably not. It's always that way, isn't it? The unsung heroes of the profit making, which was, of course, all of our efforts and, of course, your great skills at selling there, Adam. But well done to them. And look, if you didn't see last week, please go back an episode. You can go back an episode and watch Julia and Sasha interviewed on the block. Adam, let's talk about this weekend. We've got a variety of auctions and a variety of suburbs, but before the weekend, let's go shopping in Booran Road, because we've got a shop very affordable. There's been interest in the sixes, which is kind of the price you pay for like a two-bedroom apartment. I know what I'd prefer is investment. Let's talk about this property, Adam, in Booran Road. It's number 175 Booran Road, Caulfield South. Let's just talk a little bit about it, Adam. It's going up for auction. Simon Radolnik's been very involved. It's a milk bar at the moment, and we've got a tenant who's keen to keep it as a milk bar, but the option for the buyer is that they can either have it as a milk bar or do their own thing. And this one has got a shop and a residence. So good investment buying, like that sort of stuff?
Look, it's fantastic, and we're excited to have that, because we don't sell a lot of that stuff. Interestingly enough, we do commercial sales, and the process is pretty much the same. So,
but it's hard to get those sort of opportunities, isn't it? Even for buyers, there's just not much that comes up in that range. But every time we've had a shop, it's always gone well. So we're looking forward to that one. I remember you sold a few shops a couple of years ago on a corner in
Hawthorne and Huntley. There were, I think, 5 in a row there.
There were, did a great job.
And all sorts of things.
Yeah, did a great job.
Nice falafel shop.
Nice falafel shop. Frequented from time to time.
Yes, all right.
Okay, let's talk about this weekend's auctions, can we?
Yep, please.
Somewhat of a soft auction weekend with only 10. It's, again, the calm before the storm, but 10 auctions over a range of suburbs, Adam. And this
when you say soft weekend, that's soft by our standards.
Yeah, exactly
for a lot of companies, A lot of companies out there will have 1 or 2 auctions for the weekend, maybe 3. So
that's a month's work, isn't it? Or some companies are years. Right. But it is for us on our standards a soft weekend, but still some great offerings. The first one up on Saturday at 10:30am is a property you've been involved with. Could you share a little bit about it with us, please, Adam Joski?
I'm glad you asked. So we've been selling this for the last 3 weeks, auction this weekend. This is a really cute home on a corner, I think the corner of Jenkins Street by memory. Quite a compact house, a house you can do a lot more, but beautiful, beautiful character. One of those homes you just walk in straight away and you just get a really good feel. Got a good feel, good accommodation, and of course it's all happening in Caulfield South. There is a buzz there, Adam. Yeah, absolutely. There's cafes, there's parks, there's great schools. It's a suburb that, it wasn't so long ago we sold a property in excess of $4 million in Caulfield South, so you're talking about a seriously prestigious suburb. At the same time as that auction, there's another property going up. It's in Wellington Street, St Kilda. Lamore's been dealing with this one, and Jeremy Rosen's auctions this. This is a great looking building. It's 1 bedroom, but it's got a really good floor plan. It's got a good size entry and great meals, kitchen, meals, living area, and a very, very spacious balcony with a beautiful view and aspect. So we're looking forward to that one coming to the market, and I know Jeremy's looking forward to auctioning it. I am going to be in Alma Road, and I'll be meeting up with you and Joel Sir for this wonderful apartment. I've got the auction honours. Tell us a little about this one. It's a pretty of a unique property, Adam. It is unique. This is Unit 3 at 192 Alma Road. Yep. It's a 2-bedroom. The thing about this place is it's got a huge living area, decking as well as courtyard. So it's really tailored towards those who entertain. Fantastic. Al fresco living at its finest, would you say? Very much on a corner block right near Alma Village where our office is, so it has to be a good strip. Exactly. That's where our office is. And where's the interest been around that one, more or less? Interest in the 6s. Be interesting to see where it ends up. Okay, Leo Samuel is doing his thing in his Glenhuntly and Carnegie zone. This is a property in Grange Road, Glenhuntly. I know he's been very excited about this. 83 Grange Road is a great looking period home, and it's certainly on a terrific allotment of land, and it's all about land today, isn't it, Adam? Because that is the hottest thing in the marketplace. But if Viv and Leo bring this one to the market, it's going up on Saturday at 1:30 in the afternoon and rounds out a quietish but exciting Saturday for the team. Sunday, Adam, shall we get into it? Talk about what's going on. That's right, we're kicking it off at 2 at 27 Lansdowne Road. That is at 10:30am, so first cab off the rank. Yes. This is a brand new apartment, 2-bedroom, very, very good size. There are new apartments and there are new apartments, and this block's been really well built. You get a feeling of quality as soon as you walk in. 2 bedrooms, big entertaining again, as well as a good outdoor space. It sparkles, and Jeremy Roses will be meeting Leon Guzenfitter to do that auction. We are looking forward to our next auction also with Jeremy. That one is in the same area, not far away anyway, in St Kilda and Alma Road. This is a fantastic looking apartment, and it's got a lock-up garage, which you don't get too many lock-up garages these days, do you, Adam? This one's up at 11:37 at 66 Alma Road, a spacious apartment with a great floor plan. Lamore and Michael Jonas from the St Kilda team have been working on that. Jeremy Rosens brings it to the market, but there is double auction action at 11:30 on Sunday. We're going to be in Ward Avenue. Now that's a great street, close to Caulfield Park, just off Bamber Road, a little cul-de-sac. Adam, take us through this great looking property. Ward Avenue is one of those streets that a lot of people don't know about because there aren't that many houses in the street. No. It's one of those streets because, as I say, it's a cul-de-sac. You wouldn't depend on it to make a living as an estate agent, would you? That's right. Exactly. They don't come up often. Specialise in Ward Avenue, you'd be in trouble. But one of the great things, it's got a lot of good family homes like this one. So it's a sort of street where there's a lot of kids playing in the street and what have you. This is an absolute beauty. This is a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom, heaps of off-street parking, beautiful period home, heaps and heaps of character, and one of those homes you can move in, do nothing and just enjoy. Yeah, it is beautifully fitted throughout. We're looking forward to bringing that one to the market, and I know that the team on that has been enjoying working on there, and that's the Daniel Fisher, Sally Zellman, Darren Krongold combine. We move on at 12:30 to Glen Ira Road, 449 Glen Ira Road in Caulfield North. Now we have shot GPTV from this home, and I want to talk about this because this is the most beautiful home, and there's not many homes that have got the most incredible back area. This all opens up to north. That home. It really is. It opens up to the north. It's got this incredible pool and beautiful sun-filled back garden, but plenty of accommodation there, Adam. 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, plenty of parking. We are looking forward to that one. That's going to be a great opportunity for somebody in what we like to think of as the Paris end of Alma Road, not far from Caulfield Racecourse either. What's great about that place too is got that good sized proper swimming pool as opposed to a lap pool. Yep. Yet still heaps of backyard, so it really is perfect for families. Absolutely. In Oron Crescent there is one
building that was built in recent years that has become sort of the benchmark
It's a bit of an icon,
quality.
isn't it?
It is an
Definitely,
icon.
yeah.
It's high security, it's high-end luxury, and things don't come up there very often. It's got a lift and basement parking, if I'm not mistaken. It's a beautiful building. Anyway, 10 at 57. Oron Crescent, Adam, that one comes up. Glenn Bricker is excited, and so is Philip to be auctioning that one. It's 1:30 p.m. on Sunday. Take us through, just tell us a little about it, if you would, please.
Sure. Look, Glenn says this one's gone very well. It's had a lot of people through, so it's been received
Not surprised.
well. 2 bedrooms. The bonus of this has got that separate study, which is not a tiny little study. It's more like a home office.
Yeah. You could even make it a third bedroom.
Well, you probably could,
if you wanted to. Yeah.
So massive living areas, genuine sort of lounge and then dining area.
Yep.
And it's I'm not sure the squareage, but it's certainly big enough for a couple with maybe a child or what have you.
Yeah, well, there are not many like that around, are there? And if you're downsizing or even upsizing, it's something high-end luxury in a boutique prestige block, that is going to be about as good as it gets.
Well, most of the modern blocks are built very small. And that's what
right.
the biggest complaint is, like with the new stuff going up. That's they're 3, 4, 5 squares and not enough room.
And
for
if you've got the money to
anything
buy
else.
an Oron Crescent, there's very few options available, aren't there?
And great street.
Absolutely, right
I'm not
around
just
the
saying
corner.
that again because it's right near our office.
It is near our office, but it's also near Frank and Ginger. It's near Espresso and Echo Blue and the new incredible complex at the supermarket there coming up on the corner, which is going to add a lot of value also to the area.
And our office.
And our office, of course. What about our office? It's close to that too.
It's near there as well.
Thank you, Adam. Let's finish off. It's good to have you on the show. Let's finish off in Frederick Street because that is a great address in Caulfield South. This is a pretty iconic looking property. I love the feel, look of this. It really is a bit of a modern masterpiece. Jeremy Rosens has been very involved in the sale. Philip's going to be doing the auction. It comes up on Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Great looking home. Have a look at that amazing back garden. It feels like we're in Bali there, Adam. Take us through this property. Tell us a little bit about it.
Sure. 42 Frederick. This one is a very, very good sized family home. A bigger block of land than most, which again allows you to have that swimming pool and heaps of backyard. Genuine family home in every sense of the word. 4 bedrooms, so it's a genuine 4-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, as well as off-street parking for 2 cars. It's got a real sort of Bali feel, so there's a lot of Bali hotels or resorts that you go to. And I walked into this house and it just had a real warmth to it, so no doubt it will go very well.
It's a good one, and I've got to say, look at what's happening in Ormond now, McKinnon, it's kind of making Caulfield South look like good value because some of the homes are selling for hundreds of $1,000s more in East Brighton, Ormond and McKinnon, and we're certainly enjoying a lot of that market. So I think keep a lookout for Caulfield South. You may feel, viewers, it's gone up a lot, but there's a lot more growth to come. Take my word for that. I'm very, very confident about that. So that is a wrap for the offerings, but let's talk about where we are here right now, because we are here in one of my favourite Caulfield North streets. Again, a street that doesn't have a lot of trade in terms of homes. They tend to be tightly held, but what an incredible looking, prestigious period home. And look at this back area that we're sitting in, Adam. Take us through and tell us a little bit about 28 Wander Road in Caulfield North.
Okay, well, we've probably got the video up on the screen at the moment, so hopefully the viewers can get a good walkthrough and get a good feel of this place. I've got to tell you, when I first walked through this house, this is the nicest house I've seen in months, and I don't say that about all of them. Some of them I do, but this has got the most.
The ones that you don't feel that way, you're just quiet on, aren't you?
That's right, exactly.
You just say close to our office.
It's very close to our office.
That's right.
This is close to our office, actually.
It is close too. Yeah.
This house was built around the turn of the century. It's on 700 square metres. It's a fantastic family home, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, heaps of off-street parking. The period detailing in this place is incredible. We've got pressed metal walls. As soon as you walk in, it sort of hits you right as you walk right through the hallway. Formal lounge in this place is absolutely stunning. Hopefully we've got that up on video. We've had a couple of weeks here. We've had the most incredible amount of people through here.
I'm not surprised.
Not just buyers, but it's a sort of house. Every now and then you get those houses where all the neighbours come out to see it because they saw how it got renovated. This was all done at the same time about 6 years ago. You'd think it was done yesterday. It's just immaculate, and it's just a house. You just got to come through. It's just amazing.
Well, I have to admit, I haven't seen it before today, but I've heard all the noise about it. I've heard you buzzing about it. Philip won't shut up about this house, which I say that. Well, that's true, but particularly this one.
It's not really a measure.
That's true too, I suppose. But he's very excited about this house, and as are we. And it's not going to auction this weekend, but the following. So come and have a look at it. You've been involved. You're handling the file on this one, aren't you? So speak to Adam and his team, and they'll get you through. But you're going to enjoy seeing through it.
Everyone who comes to this house, whether they're ready to buy, not ready to buy, just started or whatever, everyone just says how amazing this house is and how much they love it. It's
a feel-good home. It's got that old character, but with all of the modern luxury done absolutely perfectly to perfection. So I look forward to seeing you here. So that's a wrap of our homes to review, Adam, but let's talk a little bit about the market. How are you seeing things out there at the moment?
Look, it's good. I think we're down a little bit on stock, maybe 20% or thereabouts from last year.
It's a bit down.
But what I'm finding is that seems to be maybe a feel of better quality out there. So we've got some amazing offerings.
That's some incredible results.
Yeah, that's
last
right.
month or so.
Yeah, and what I'm finding as well is traditionally I find that the week after grand final things start kicking in really for spring, and it sort of feels like it's already sort of done that already.
It's starting to happen. Isn't it? It's starting to happen.
I'm very optimistic. The next couple of months are going to be hard work for all of us, and then before we know it, it's going to be Christmas time and holiday time.
And then back into it for 2017. In fact, we're already have some instructions for 2017.
I think we have 3 auctions ready for February
a number
March.
of homes. Yeah, actually a few more, but it's all happening. That's for sure. But it does feel good, and it will. I think it's going to be a very busy and active and exciting spring. Although I agree with you, the volume's down. But inquiries, how are you finding them?
Inquiry very good.
Yeah,
very good. So certainly a lot of buyers out there to satisfy the demand of all the properties that are out there as well.
Absolutely. Good read on the market there, I think, Adam, and that's what's going on in the world of real estate. In the world of football, well, what can we say, Adam? How about the doggies?
Amazing.
Can you believe it?
So second premiership, first one since, 55 years or something?
Yeah, something like, well, first final, I think, for 55 years, I think it's
first grand final,
First flag since 51, I think you're right.
Yeah.
And first grand final had been here for 50 years or thereabouts. What an incredible story, a fairy tale come true, and of course the entire of Melbourne and probably Australia really was behind the Dogs. Sorry about that, Sydney, but you know, you've got your beaches, haven't you, I suppose, so all the best, but we'll just take the flag.
Keep the cup in Melbourne.
Very exciting, exactly right. Where it should be, Adam, where it should be. That's a big wrap on GPTV. Thank you, Adam, for joining me. It's always good to be on the couch with you. I'm not sure that sounds improper, but always good to be on the couch with you. And I'm looking forward to a big finish for the year. We've got lots to talk about next week's edition. Philip will be back. Don't forget, if you want to come to our special preview of the block and see the block and meet the girls from the block, Julia and Sasha, then please make sure that you do email us at ideas@garypeer.com.au. It's on the screen now.
And be sure to tune into last week's show as well.
Yes, it was good. If you missed last week, go and watch it because the interview with the girls has been a lot of fun. It's had some great feedback on it. That's a big wrap on GPTV for the start of October. We are looking forward to keeping you in touch with all events through spring. I'm Gary Peer.
I'm Adam Josky.
Bye now.